40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll look to throw here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taking it about the 16. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Chris Olave. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Mecole Hardman. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Second and 9.
You're mine.
Now Carr.
Downfield, and he's got Olave. There he goes again. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 83 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Point after, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 25 yards to the house. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this throw caught left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it with McKinnon.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. Touchdown! Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And Kamara with a carry on 1st down, but this defense on him in a hurry, and he'll wind up losing a couple.
Shotgun now for Carr.
He's got a full head of steam. Now he's loose again.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
42, Chiefs 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Again, it's Pacheco.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
93. Yo, Chief.
Coming left is Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw his car. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yellow.
This is 1st and 10.
Dribble it. Right side.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Carr to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18.
They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Back to throw, Carr.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Mahomes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And quickly they get to the line. Carr going to look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
A
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.